So hey what's up guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another MotoGP 19 career mode episode, and here we are for the next round. It is round number 11 of the MotoGP season so far. This is season 2 in our MotoGP career mode, of course, with the Yamaha team, and as you can see in the top right, we are in second place in the championship, 17 points behind Marc Marquez. So we've got a bit of work to do in the championship, and hopefully we can get there. Trying to build some more R&D points to upgrade the engine, I think, or maybe even the frame of the bike. But yeah, we've got a little bit of work to do. So let's head straight into practice then for the Austrian Grand Prix. Right then, we are heading out to the track then to do our first lap in this practice session. So obviously, oh god, I didn't take over the bike from the automatic ride quickly enough. So obviously this session is to try and get ourselves some R&D points, but it is also to try and get ourselves straight into Q2. So in order to do that, we're going to have to set a pretty decent lap time. So let's see if we can beat this time that it's given me so far. We're a little bit wide into turn 1. We're going to have to work on turn 1. But so far we're going to have to beat a 26.5 to at least get these R&D points. So let's see if we can do that on the first lap. It might take a couple of laps to do. So let's see how we get on here then at the Red Bull Ring. Accelerating at the final corner is going to be a tight one. Is it enough? Oh yes, look at that, only just about did it. So 25.3 I think that was, so that's a pretty decent lap time. I'll take that. You know what, that might get us straight through into Q2 hopefully. So let's skip ahead to qualifying and see if it is enough. We did end up fastest overall still in the session by about 7/10 of a second. So let's see. Yeah, look at that, straight into Q2, and we're fastest overall in qualifying, so that's encouraging. But when we get to the race, it's always different. But this Yamaha seems so far to be working pretty well, at least on the Friday practice sessions. But here we are then on the Saturday qualifying. Soft tyres we're going to go for. If I can select the right tyres, that'll be useful. Right, let's head out on track and see what sort of lap time we can do in this qualifying session. So here we go then, going to be coming across the line. This felt like a better lap time, and we're in the 24s already. 24.9, you know, I'm feeling really confident with that lap time. That should be enough for front row. Yes, it is pole position by 4/10 of a second over our rival Marquez. So Austria seems like our chance at redemption in this championship. We want to try and get back ahead of Marquez if possible in this championship. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go for medium tyres. Should be enough grip for the race. We're starting on pole position. Again, Marquez went for medium. Everyone's gone for the double medium setup on front and rear tyres. So let's take a look at ourselves on the front row of the grid, looking pretty sweet. Let's see if we can do it for Yamaha, get another victory in this season. We're off. And what a decent start we've had. Not too much wheeling, but still a little bit of wheeling going on. We're going to cut off, hopefully, everyone into turn number 1. And look at the run we've got out of turn 1. Clear air through turn 1. Didn't get held up on anyone. And look at the gap we've pulled out so far on the rest of the field. Good start from us at this Austrian Grand Prix. Get it all slowed down at turn 3, top of the hill. Power away. It is Marquez behind, and it is Jack Miller's fallen down. Oh man. Jack Miller was having a good season so far, but a DNF from him probably. I imagine he'll get back on, but it will be basically last place for him probably. We've got Marquez back behind us in second place. It was originally Vinales, our teammate, backing us up a little bit there into turn 1. Well, I should say out of turn 1. But it is now Marc Marquez back behind us in P2. He's going to be looking to get past us if possible. He knows what's at stake here. We are just 17 points behind him in the championship, so we've got a bit of work to do. Got to work on this tyre management as well. We can't afford to run out of rear tyre come the end of the Grand Prix. We are just about a second ahead of Marquez at the end of lap number 1. A little bit scruffy at the final 2 corners, but it's okay. We get away with it. Try not to accelerate too much on the curb, so we might lose grip. But there, leading over the line then into turn number 1 for the second time in this Grand Prix. Marquez in second, Dovi in third. So I'm a bit worried that Dovi is now going to find a turn of pace. He always does this. After lap 1, he suddenly finds a turn of pace and speeds up to first place. And I don't really want that to happen here, of course, 6. We are on a bit of a roll at the minute. Oh, Marquez very late on the brakes there. I was a bit cautious on the brakes. And Marquez closed us right in. And now Marquez has gone through out of absolutely nowhere. That was a bit caught napping there. We caught a little bit napping. But we can get him back, hopefully. Go with him for the rest of this race. I'm going to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. But it's getting pretty close at the front. Right then, getting back to the action on the throttle as early as possible. We're taking a much tighter line than the Honda rider. Our lines are going to cross, but we come out in front so far of Marquez, who goes flying through there at turn 6. We take a more cautious line, but in the end, Marquez gets back through. He snaps straight back. Come on, we need to get him back here. Can't afford for him to go. He is the championship leader at the minute. 17 points. This is our chance to catch up to him. Come on. Not having this. We had much superior pace over the course of one lap, but can we do it over a race distance? Let's see if we can pull the pin a little bit. I need to find a little bit more race pace than what we've had so far, but this is our first time following someone. We've only led, and I'm not great at only leading, and we're pulling away from Dovizioso. 25.5 from Marquez. We do 26.6, but we're now closing in on Marquez, giving him a little bit of a bump through turn 1. Lift him up wide there. This rivalry is starting to heat up a little bit here, and when we're through on Marquez. Right, let's try and brake a little bit later at the top of the hill. Come on, chuck it into turn 3. That's a little bit better, probably about perfect. Little pop of a wheelie, but we're still ahead of Marc Marquez on lap number 3. This time we're not going to be caught napping. We're going to set fastest lap of the race. Well, I'm going to aim for it anyway. Might not actually do it, but if we aim for it, we should do a pretty decent lap time. Run a little bit wide at turn 4 that time round. Pull it back round. Right, let's see if we can put together a nice neat lap. 0.7 of a second behind is Marquez now, so we seem to have found a little bit more rhythm, although we shoved him out wide completely, and now he's got Dovi all over the back of him to worry about. So a bit aggressive there from us. We lifted him up into turn number 1, but he probably deserved it after the stuff he did at Catalonia, if you remember, all the way back to Catalonia. Marquez, very naughty ride in there from Marquez at that race, so get a little bit of a revenge. So our rivalry with Marquez is heating up, and we need to get ourselves back in contention for the championship. We are still in contention, but I want to get a little bit closer, and now Dovi's in second place, so this is good. Oh no, it's not. 25.2 from Dovizioso, much quicker that time from the Ducati rider, and I'm a little bit wide at turn 1. I got caught on the curb, and it just sends us out wide a little bit. I don't think we gained or lost any time, so that's okay. But Marquez has fallen behind Dovizioso now. Now I've got to worry about the Italian on that very cool. There was Dovi. I was waiting for Dovi's nose to come up onto our screen. Kind of made me jump because I was like waiting for it. But Dovi all over the back of us. He's probably about 0.3 of a lap quicker at the minute. So if he gets by, we've got to snap back quick, or else he will be gone. And I'm a little bit wide there at turn 4. I'm not confident on the brakes at all. Dovi clicks the back of us. Come on, I've got to get my act together here in the middle of the Grand Prix. We're starting to bottle it a little bit. I can't afford to bottle our performance. Feeling very cautious at the minute. Not very relaxed when I'm leading at the front. When I've got someone to follow, it's a little bit better, and the tyres are starting to go. I'm feeling that they're a little bit not as sharp feeling as they were before. A bit wallowy, a bit wishy-washy at the minute. Come on. Around the penultimate corner, try and hold it. Come on, pull it back round for the final corner. Ugh, come on. Still ahead of Dovizioso for now. 26.3 that time. Don't know what sort of lap times Dovi's setting, I can't really remember, but it was a rapid one and we haven't beat it. Decent run out of turn 1 to start lap number 5. And try and cover off the inside here. That's a little bit better, cutting off the inside. Dovi's still there, mind, and Marquez is right behind him. So if I get first and Marquez gets third, we will close him in probably by about 9 points, something like that. So that'd be fantastic if we could do that. Might be 8 points. Ooh. Watch out with the rear. Dovi's about a second behind, so we've had a much better middle sector there on lap number 5. Power out of turn 7. Very short lap this one at Austria. Quite a nice lap as well. And Dovi and Marquez are battling it out behind. Ooh, that's not what we want. We want Marquez in 3rd place, really. Marquez obviously knows he needs to damage limitation as much as possible if he can. I think Dovi's still ahead of him though. We set a faster lap this time. 25.1 on this Yamaha. Finally, fastest lap of the race. Got to keep this pace up though for the rest of the Grand Prix. A little bit wide on the curbs there. It's not going to help us out really, is it? We've only got 2 more laps to go, get off the grass, man. 0.6 of a second is the gap to Dovizioso. We get a good run around that corner. Marquez is through. What has Dovi done? Dovi's made a mistake right at the end of this Grand Prix. They're going side by side by the looks of the mini-map. This could be an interesting end to the Grand Prix for 2nd place. Who will it be? Will it be Marquez or will it be Dovi? Or will it be Valentino Rossi, who's just found his way up into P3, but Dovi gets him back into P3 and Marquez is now in 2nd place. We've got about a 2nd gap back to them. And Rossi's now in 3rd. Dovi's in 3rd. Oh, it's switching up behind us. Valentino for Yamaha. But this means Marquez is going to get so lucky, I think, and manage to hold on to 2nd place, which minimises the gain on him in the championship. Come on. Got some good pace here, and we'll be heading to our home Grand Prix at Silverstone for the next episode. So hopefully you guys look forward to that one. But I need to get another good result there. A bit of a longer track. A bit tougher. 25.9, so final lap time. Here we go then. What sort of lap can we do? Marquez in 2nd. It's got a bit of a gap to Dovi, so hopefully Dovi can put in an absolute storm on this final lap. Come on, Dovizioso. I need to cheer him on. We need him to do well, and we need to just keep it consistent. Hit our apexes. Hit our braking zones. Turn the bike in at the right time. 1.2 seconds is the gap back to Marc Marquez. Trying to fall off. Tyres are lasting well. Probably could have looked after the rear a little bit better, but I think we'll get away with it. Good run down turn 4. Who's in 2nd behind? Looks like Dovi's closing in. It's definitely closing in, but I think it's going to be too little too late from Dovizioso. Our rear end's starting to twitch now. Just bring it home, man. Come on. A long-awaited victory in this season. Well, it feels like a little while. It's probably only a couple of episodes ago that we took the win, but we need to be getting more wins to try and beat Marquez. He's pretty unstoppable so far this season. A little bit wide at the penultimate corner. Now chuck it into the final corner. Hit our apex a little bit better. Didn't really hit it, but there we go. In the end, we're going to end off to take another victory in this season for Yamaha. Brilliant result. Pretty much dominated, and Marquez took 2nd place. So like I say, damage limitation from Marquez was going to be 12 points now, so we only gained 5 points in that race. Dovi, come on, man, you need to get ahead of Marquez. But we crossed the 200 point barrier now, which is good. Yamaha leading the team championship, Yamaha leading the constructors by 5 points. So good results overall for Yamaha and ourselves in their championship. So I hope you have enjoyed this episode. This episode did actually go up on the real life Austrian Grand Prix day, so that's pretty cool as well. So let me know what you thought of that Grand Prix in the comments down below as well. But for now, I will see you guys in the next one.